it occurred to me I haven't done one of these videos for quite a while. I'll have to apologise if I go in and out of focus, but I was trying to focus with the 80mm 1.8 lens, but that meant that you wouldn't be able to hear me because I've only got 3 for a microphone because they're the ones at work. I'm off today with the flu and shit. But someone uses 50mm one, which is sort of manual lens, so well, I've got it set up at 3.6, you know, and I might go in and out. The focus is probably somewhere on there, so I'll go in and out of focus, you'll know why. Yes, I am off work today with the flu, because I got it off bloody Glen Southern. You bastard. But, nah, he knows I'm joking. But it's been going round work. It's, you know, it's like a fucking plague hospital at the moment. At the end of this thing we're working on, which is probably the least ideal time to have flu go around the place. Somebody brought it in, then Glenn got it, and of course with Glenn working both sides of the road and he's backwards and forwards on certain things, then it's passed around like wildfire. I was back last weekend, back home, see the wife and kids, which, yeah, it's nice to get back. I was saying to the wife, it's weird, because I've been here since, what, mid-September, something like that, right? And it actually feels, it feels more like home now than home does, which has never happened before. But I do like Dublin, I love it, excellent place. Oh, it's not what I call, it's not exactly a good influence on you. I've covered this before, and it's very easy to get trapped in a cycle of restaurants and pubs, which I've went on my way to make sure that I'm not at the moment. Because one, it costs you a fortune. It's great if you're a single lad, right? But if you've got a wife and kids, if I turn up with about 100 quid, you know, she's going to say, what the fuck, well, what was the point? You know, I've got to come back with at least some money. Now I'm due to finish this contract, I think it's at mid-March, end of March, somewhere on there. I think my contract is the 25th of March. So once I've done that, I'll be going back home, back to freelance and stuff, and, you know, await the time when I can mention what the hell I've been doing. But I can promise it's rather cool. Probably up on top cool things on the cool scale of mine. There's so many things, there's something I could say there that would make it make sense, but I can't because I've, you know, NDAs. And I've got to be careful that I don't accidentally break part of it. So that's why I've been avoiding the subject. Well, you know, I've done all sorts. I've been sitting, you know, a lot of you know, I've been writing songs since I was a kid and recording stuff, so I've been doing a few of them. I've done a shitload, I've done more while I'm over here than I've done for the past bloody 15 years. Of all sorts of styles, which confuses the fuck out of people, you know. Choral and sort of orchestral pieces next to fucking dubstep and stuff like that. I even managed to create pikey rave music. And yes, I realise that does sound rather racist, but I don't give a fuck, because that's basically the only explanation for the sound of it. But enough of that, so I've got to try and work out now. I have another 2 trips back home before the final one, and I have to work out how to get all this shit back there. I bought the wife a laptop while I was over here, so I managed to take that back, but I've still got the Mac to take back, the main Dell laptop to take back, a guitar, more clothes than I've ever bought in my fucking life, loads of incidental stuff, 2 cameras, including this 5D, the X100, a shed load of lenses and wires, and at least I managed to take the Cintiq back last time, because it just, I'm not using it very much while I'm over here, because funnily enough, normally when I'm working places I'll sit and I'll doodle on night time, but when I'm over here I'm not, because there's that many things to do, you know. Plus the fact I think it's not like I'm just doing some modelling and coming home. Being the lead takes into a whole load of things I've got to have in my head all the time, and it's hard to switch that off, so you've got to keep that there the next day, and make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to at the right time, so that Tom gets what they need to, and Matt Pitters get what they need to, and all that sort of stuff. So there's, plus I thought, well, you know what, I'm at a stage in my career now, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. The only person I'm proving things to now is me. So I've been taking it easy. It's like, yeah, I've got the Mac here. At some point, once I can be bothered to take it into work, because I'll show you what I'm using here. I'm using this little dongle for my internet, right, when I've been here, which is slow as fuck. It's slightly above a 56k per connection. Remember those? Yeah. So chance of doing anything meaningful is 0. So I'm trying to, I want to get this all updated Xcode and stuff, and I might start compiling some of the plugins for the Mac, which people have been whinging at for fucking years. I bought the Mac because I had a bit of spare money, and I might just pick one up, you know, fairly cheap. That'll do me, so I'm happy. In fact, it is weird, right, that although I'm not a big Mac fanboy, never have been, but since I got a Mac, and it's on the table there, and the Dell's over there, and I'm not a lazy man, but somehow, this is getting used, and that's not. That's been about 5 times since I got the Mac, but a month ago, which is, yeah. I bought the X100, Fuji X100 camera just for, that was my new pocket camera, where I just, like, took a Microsoft present to me, because I thought, well, I'm working hard, I might as well. Because much as I like the 5D, it's a big bastard, and it doesn't fit in your pocket, not unless you've got fucking huge pockets. Now I've got a long, nice, expensive wool full-length coat, and it still doesn't fit in the pocket. It doesn't fit in that pocket, it's not going in any pocket. Right? I can't be arsed with carrying bags and shit around, unless it's something serious. I do enough organisational things and bloody work when I'm going to look at it when I'm off, so I just want something to put in my pocket, and that's where the X100 comes in. I've had a lot of, you'll have to excuse my eyes watering like a bastard because I am absolutely fucking loaded. I feel I've had a migraine sort of hovering over. One of these things I'll do a sort of explanation of what migraines I get involved, because it's not just a bad head and stuff, but to be honest it doesn't fucking matter anyway. It's all to do with the event 2 years ago. I was an end user, and I promise I'll never mention that again, so I won't. But this is it's a side effect of what happened back then. Because I know some of you do worry the fact that I seem to be getting a little bit iller as I get older. Here's a bit of a newsflash: as you get older, thing goes wrong. You know, your body just breaks down. And I found new and interesting ways of abusing my body since I was, what, 16, 17, probably earlier. So it's no big surprise that things are starting to break a little bit, right? And you won't hear me whinge about it. Minge? Oh. Freudian slip. If you won't hear me whinge about it, or moan about it, or bitch about it, because you know what? I'm responsible for my own body and my own life. Simple as that. But yeah, and I'm supposed to be stopping smoking while I'm over here, and I'm still bloody smoking. I've got a month and a half left to find a way of stopping smoking. And I'm drawing a blank, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, so in a minute I'm going to do a video, swap batteries over and do a video for, so an intro video. I found this is back in September, just before I left here. I found a video that was recorded at a mate at the time's 17th birthday party. Not his 18th birthday party. I wasn't there, but somehow I've managed to get a hold of it. The video was amongst my storage. So when I was converting the old escapology videos of mine over, I converted that over. So I'm going to do a video. I haven't talked to Rob for 9-10 years. We didn't exactly part on the best of terms, but as I'm a man of my word, and I like to think that I'm a nice guy, some of the time, if it was me, I'd want that video, because there's people on there that aren't around anymore. So I'm going to do a little video intro for it, which should go down fucking well. I've got a bet, right? One of 2 things will happen. You'll either sit and watch it till the end, which won't be, only be up 15 minutes or so, or as soon as he sees my face, he'll switch it off. His loss. But all I'm going to do is do the right thing, and that's all you ever do in life. But I've been doing a lot of things that aren't just sculpting lately. Sculpting sort of like my relaxation as well as my work, so I've taken a bit of time away from that on the relaxation side so I can do some other things, and basically have a bit of a life, which I've been doing. I've had a bit more of a life when I'm over here. I'm looking forward to getting back with the wife and kids again. It does get lonely over here. Now, yeah, Glenn's over and I get on really well with everybody else at Screen Scene, but you still will come back to the flat on your own, right? It doesn't usually bother me. Sometimes it does. You know, like at the moment I'm ill, yeah, it's nice to have somebody to pander you, right? But that's about it. There's not really a whole lot to say. I was talking to Yank at work, and I said I hadn't done one of these videos for ages. And he says, well, there's not a lot of things to talk about when I'm over here working. He said, well, there's no point doing one if you've got nothing to talk about. And he was actually right. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't do a load of videos, because there wasn't a whole fucking lot I could say. And it was just me rattling on, which effectively this one is, but get over it, I'm ill. Right, I'm going to call it a day on this one, because I've got no idea if it's still recording or not. But yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'll try and get at least one of these in before I leave here. In fact, I'm trying to make the time, me and Glenn, to do a special one, right? Someone not on Waynecast, but something else. Well, we're over here, but it does depend on whether he's well, I'm well, we've got the time, we finished the project, and we're all sober and done our hours. If that happens, then maybe it'll appear. If not, then it won't. We'll put it aside for another 10 years. Right, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.